Hey everybody, what is up and welcome back to my channel. For those who might be new here, my name is Evan Andrews and here on my channel we are talking everything creative from filmmaking to photography and even graphic design. So today is going to be a fun and informative video and it's all going to be about audio and microphones, and more importantly, all the audio, microphones and situations that I've been in the past and everything that I've used. I'm not going to tell you anything today about something that I have no idea about because hey, that doesn't do anything for you, nor does it do anything for me. So before we get started, make sure that you go and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the bell and get all the notifications for my Friday releases at 8 a.m. And again, today's video is going to be all about audio and microphones, and more importantly, the kind of 3 different styles of microphones that I use and have used in the past. So without saying anything more about it, we are just going to jump right into it. And the first microphone that I'm going to talk about is going to be a lavalier or a lav microphone. So for those that don't know what a lav microphone is it looks like this. And these are what we see often clipped to the collar or the tie of somebody in an interview setting, or in some situation possibly where there might be some movement going on, possibly where there might not be any movement going on. It doesn't really matter because these are a great microphone selection for pretty much any application. So some of the great features of these different kind of microphones is that they come in wired or wireless options, and the one that I currently own is a wired option, but as you can see here, it is an extensive wire. I think it's like 12 feet or something like that. But so that works great for almost any application. You can have a stationary subject, or you can probably have a subject use something with a long cable like that in about a 2 to 4 foot diameter. They can kind of move around. I've used it in the past with a walking scene before, so it does work, you know, for that. You just kind of have to be mindful of the cords there. But a lot of the setups nowadays are wireless, and the wireless ones are kind of getting cheaper and cheaper. Rode makes a great clip-on lavalier microphone that's really good, but there's a lot of different options out there. The one that I have here was a great buy. It was like a $20 Amazon find, so you know, I don't recommend going out there and spending a whole bunch of money on an extensive setup. When you can get something as inexpensive as that, that does give you pretty good audio quality if you're doing stuff like I am with like YouTube and different things like that. I have used it in professional applications before, and it does work pretty well when you can kind of clean it up and post a little bit. So that right there is a lavalier microphone. Now the second type of microphone that I'm going to talk about is going to be a shotgun microphone, and shotgun microphones look just like this here. This is a small little Rode shotgun microphone that mounts right to my camera cage or on top of your camera, what have you, and it comes with this little small dead cat here, and they call it dead cat because it's fuzzy like a cat, and it goes on here and it reduces things like wind noise and other things that can affect the audio quality of this microphone. So these are great for almost any application. Really, I like to use them for run and gun scenarios, or if I know that I'm going to be very stagnant and the camera's not going to move. This is what I use primarily for about 90% of my YouTube videos, and it works awesome. It's gonna be 100 times better than what the camera internally is gonna give you. So I recommend that you get something even as inexpensive as this, and I think this I got from B&H for just under $100, I think, maybe. Don't hold me to that, but something like that. It didn't kill me to purchase something like this and have it in my bag for pretty much any shoot that I go on. So this works extremely well, and I highly recommend getting a shotgun microphone. Again, the shotgun microphone is gonna be the best bang for your buck when it comes to audio quality and kind of just getting better than something that is going to be internally in the camera. So a shotgun microphone is my #1 suggested microphone to get, aside from the lavalier microphone. And the third and other kind of microphone that I have used in the past is a boom mic setup. Now, a boom mic does not necessarily refer to the actual microphone itself, it's more just the setup. So for those that don't know, a boom microphone setup is kind of what we see on a lot of high-end video productions or movie sets. That is when the microphone is on a long stick and maybe on like a C-stand and placed over over the frame, out of the frame so that we don't see it. And it's usually generally being operated by somebody off to the side of the camera, completely separate from the camera operator. Boom microphone setups are awesome and what I like to use in my commercial work if I can. Essentially what microphones are used in a boom mic setup are essentially shotgun microphones, but just a much higher end quality. What I used in the past on the I Am Houston documentary series was a Rode NTG. I don't remember exactly what model, but it was an NTG condensed microphone from Rode, and it really worked well. You know, it was really my first crack at real audio and audio engineering for video, and I learned a lot when utilizing that. Now, boom microphone setups are generally going to be wired into some sort of audio recorder, like a Zoom H5, H6. You know, there's a lot of different ones out there. I believe the H5 is what I used in the series, and you know, it works really well. It captures high quality waveforms, and I recommend getting that if you have the money to put into your productions. It definitely is going to give you the best audio quality. Today, I'm kind of using a bit of a boom mic setup. I have a T-stand over here, and what I have is a secondary shotgun microphone mounted to that. Now I have it in my office for more of an aesthetic, and sometimes I use it for like Zoom calls and stuff like that. But because of my camera placement today and it being on my desk, it's just right by my desk, and I have that plugged right into my camera here. So this is kind of the setup that I would prefer to do all of my YouTube videos in, but I don't always like lugging around that stand and pulling it out from where it is. It kind of just sits where it sits and it stays there. So for today, I'm using that, and you know, I do get pretty good audio quality out of that, and I'm super pleased with it. It's just another Rode shotgun microphone. It's a much longer one, so the condenser in it is a lot better. It's you know, definitely something that I would recommend doing if you have the ability financially to put that money into the audio part of your videos. Definitely go with some sort of boom mic setup. To me, it just in the end is better quality. So that's gonna kind of do it for today's video. I hope you guys got a little bit of information on the different kind of microphones out there and kind of what you should use. Again, my videos are very tailored for newbies in the industry and people just kind of getting started. So if you are a lot like me and the first 6 or so years of my filmmaking and video making career, I did not focus on audio at all. And if you are kind of like me and you're stepping into that, then I definitely would suggest watching this video, doing some research on the different products that are out there and what applications you feel like are gonna be easier for you to use, because we don't want to learn and make it hard. We wanna learn and make it easy and then step up to the next phase as we grow out of the previous one. So do your research, figure out what works for you. I definitely still suggest just getting a simple shotgun microphone to level up the quality of whatever camera you might be using. And what's great about these is these can be used even on smartphones. If you're using an iPhone, you just get your little adapter and you can use these, and there's a lot of different setups to where you can mount it right to your iPhone as well. So these are definitely what I would suggest. And then as you level up your production career, you can level up your audio sound as well. So remember, if you got some value out of this video, make sure that you go like this video, drop a comment, helps me out in the algorithm, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and tune in every Friday morning at 8 a.m. where we are talking everything from filmmaking to photography and even graphic design. So until then, peace out.